Okay, so looks like we are live now. So, with your permission, Bhanteji, can we start the session?
Yes, yes, sure.
Okay, okay. So, Bhanteji, let me make you the co-host also, um, or maybe pin you. I think so. Oh, sorry. Okay. So let me hold on a second, just quickly. Okay. So friends, again, thank you very much for joining today. We will do the three Ratan Naman to the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha, triple gym. And after that, we'll do the Khamai Achana, Panchasili Achana. After that, we'll do the three Ratan Vandana. So you can join with me, recite it together. And Bhanteji, with your permission, we'll start.
Please go ahead.
Arhang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavantang Abhivademi Swakhatu Bhagavata Dhammam Namasami Supatipanno
Bhagavato
Bhagavato
Savaka
Savaka
Sangho Sangham
Sangham
Namam.
Namami. Kamaya Okasa Vandami Bhante Bharat Ena Maya Katang Sabha Apradang Kam Tume Bhante Nutayampi Okasa Vandami Bhante Bharat Ena Maya Katang Sabha Apradang Kam Tume Bhante Tatyampi Okasa Vandami Bhante Bharat Ena Maya Katang Sabha Apradang Kam Tume Bhante.
Kamatu Kamatu Kamami Sukhita Honto Nirogi Honto Nirdukha Honto Nibbana Sapacha Honto.
Aham Bhante Panchasila Okasa Aham Bhante Tisaranena Saha Panchasilang Dhammam Yachami Anugham Katva Sila Deta Me Bhante Dutiyampi Okasa Aham Bhante Tisaranena Saha Panchasilang Dhammam Yachami Anugham Katva Sila Deta Me Bhante Tatyampi Okasa Aham Bhante Tisaranena Saha Panchasilang Dhammam Yachami Anugraham Katva Silang Deta Me Bhante.
Yamahang Vadami Tang Vadeta.
Aham Bhante.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Buddhang saranang gacchami.
Buddhang sharanang gacchami.
Dhammang saranang gacchami.
Dhammang sharanang gacchami.
Sanghang saranang gacchami.
Sanghang sharanang gacchami.
Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
Dutayampi buddhang sharanang gacchami.
Dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi dhammang sharanang gacchami.
Dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi sanghang sharanang gacchami.
Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi buddhang sharanang gacchami.
Tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi dhammang sharanang gacchami.
Tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi sanghang sharanang gacchami.
Anatipata veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Panatipata veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami.
Adinna dana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Adinadana Veramani Sikhapadam Samadhiyami.
Kamesu miccācara veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Kameshu Michachara Veramani Sikhapadam Samadhiyami.
Musavada veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Musavada Veramani Sikhapadam Samadhiyami.
Surameraya majjapamadatthana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami.
Surameraya Majapamadatthana Veramani Sikhapadam Samadhiyami.
Sadhu 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 te saranena saddhiṃ pañcaṣīlaṃ dhammam sadhukaṃ surakkhitam katva appamadena sīlaṃ sampadetha.
Bhante Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Thank you, Bhanteji, and thank you for accepting our invitation in the last minute. And on behalf of all the participants, Bhanteji, if you can give us a Dhamma talk quickly, around 25-30 minutes, and we'll have a question answer session after that.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. Jai Bhim to all of you. So, normally don't misunderstand me. So, when I give the Dhamma talk, I like people to, keep their camera on.
Oh, that's good. So we can
Yeah,
request.
so most of the time what happens, so we try to do two things at a time. We don't have two minds. We have just one mind.
Correct.
But what happens, so our ignorance always plays with us, thinking that we are doing two things at one time, but it is not. So Dhamma has to be respected very properly, very nicely. So there is no bigger than Dhamma. So that's why we, in the beginning, we take the refuge in the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. So we cannot give much priority above the Dhamma. So Dhamma is the most important part. And also, so we don't come to listen to the Dhamma too often. We come once in a while. That is also 1 hour or 30 minutes. So in these 30 minutes, we try our best to read the Dhamma, to practice the Dhamma, to know the Dhamma. And also, it is not easy also to understand the Dhamma. It takes time, it needs lots of practice, patience, and all this stuff. So in the teaching of the Buddha used to teach 3 steps, one by one. So what are the 3 steps that we should know? One step is pariyatti. Pariyatti means to study, to read about the Buddha, about the scripture, about the Dhamma. Then patipatti means to practice, not just reading, not just in the intellectual level, not just debating, arguing, all this stuff. You may know everything under the sun and moon, but if you don't practice even a little bit, then you cannot take the real essence of the Buddha's teaching. You may know everything, but if you don't know how to practice it, then it is useless. That's why the Buddhist in the Dhammapada, Buddha used to say, there are certain kinds of flower, that looks very beautiful when you see, but it does not have any fragrance. Fragranceless flower if we don't practice the Dhamma. And then there are certain flowers, they look very beautiful also. At the same time, they have aromatic fragrance. And whenever people see and go, they liked it. So also the Dhamma should not kept only in the knowledge, only in the wisdom, only in the mind. It has to come into practice. So pariyati is to know, read about the teaching of the Buddha, then bring it into the practice. Then last step is Pativeda. Pativeda means to experience it. And it is in such a way difficult to even experience. We may talk about the Nibbana, but Nibbana cannot be explained in words. It can be only experienced. Satchikirya means only to be experienced by oneself. So in the beginning, you have recited Swakhato Bhagavata Dhammo. There are 6 qualities of the Buddha or Dhamma. So out of 6 quality, out of 6, the 6th number of the Dhamma quality is Dhamma has to be experienced by oneself, not by others. What the Buddha have achieved, that is the level of the Buddha. What the Dr. Ambedkar Sahab achieved, that is his level. That is none of our business what they have achieved. But uh, when you want to understand the real essence, that we have to go in our own way, we have to walk ourselves. Otherwise, not possible to realize the real essence. So in the beginning, I would like to give you an example how it goes. Say, for example, somebody was you want to eat something, or you go to the restaurant. So somebody brings you the menu card. Say, for example, today you want to eat uh, Chinese noodles or Japanese ramen. So you read it, and when you read it, you know, oh, it is going to be very tasty. Huh? But you have not experienced yet. So you are just reading. Huh? So looking at the picture, it looks so beautiful and delicious and nice, and but not yet experienced. So this is like a first step of the reading the books, reading the teaching of the Buddha. At least you are knowing something. Then there are people also who are eating, but not yet. There are people still eating, and they're praising, oh, this food is delicious, and this is very nice. And so many people are surrounding, they are praising about the taste of that food, but you have not tasted yet. It is like the pariyati patipati, like practicing, and somebody are also happy because of that food. Now the food come in front of you, and you started eating yourself. Then only you know perfectly this food tastes like this. Otherwise, in the beginning, you just read it, but you don't know the exact taste. Second, you just heard, huh? Oh, many people are praising about the teaching of the Buddha. Many people are praising the Dr. Ambedkar, so and so, but not yet in our practice. But once you started to practice and enjoy yourself within yourself, then you know how it tastes like. And you can just experience those tastes. And it is very difficult to explain in the words also. The same way, Sila, Samadhi, Panya. Shila is like that, Samadhi. In the teaching of the Buddha, everything is in a 3 level, 3 steps. In the layman's life also, if you think very clearly, there also dana, shila, bhavana. And in the practice of the Dhamma also, dana, shila, bhavana, or sila, samadhi, panya. So anywhere you go, so it ends always in 3. Or we just say sadhu also 3 times, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. When we pay respect to the Buddha also, we do 3 times, not 1 time. So this 3 is very important in the teaching of the Buddha all the time. We should not leave, do one thing and leave another. It goes together. You can go from anywhere, whether from the meditation level, from the dana level. Of course, there are many people, they cannot come and practice the meditation whole day. But for them, Buddha started teaching them. Start by dana, shila, bhavana. It should start from your generous level. Generosity doesn't mean you are losing something at your home. It means you are renouncing what you have earned with your sweat all day and night, 24 hours working. And it is not easy to, renounce what you have earned so difficultly, working all day and night, leaving everything, your family. And it is not easy to leave something, to do this dana, to give something. So when somebody is giving something means that they are having a very high mind level, very high level of the mind. So when you have this understanding of high level in giving, then automatically we bring a kind of mind that we should practice the Shila also. Because when you give something, you feel very happy, joy in the mind. So when you have this joy, happy in the mind, then automatically those kinds of joy, happy are different from the happiness of the worldly. Keep this in the mind, okay? So joy, happiness, which comes in the meditation, it is completely different of the joy, your happiness. Of course, the worldly, in this world, we have happiness like eating. That's why people go for that happiness. But those kinds of happiness are just for friction, but for a moment, not for long lasting. But the happiness which comes from meditation, which comes from generosity, it lasts very long. And that's why the generosity also not easy to practice. But the Buddha's way, the easiest ways to practice this Dhamma is starting from the generosity for the human, for the lay people, Upasaka and Upasika. So that's why the Buddha said, why Buddha emphasize the people to practice the generosity? Uh, some people may think, of course, I have done all day and night, and then how can I give easily to the people? You may think in this way, many people think in this way, and most of the people think in this way, but it is not like that. We may think that the cloth we are wearing, it is our hard-earned money. But if you wisely think, there are lots of people who have worked for this cloth to come on our body. So think about them, have a gratitude towards them, and then you may think the food you're eating in front of your plate, you may think, oh, it is coming very easily in front of your plate. But if you think very wisely, of course, you have earned money and you have buy it. And then apart from that, there are many people who are working for that food to bring in front of your plate. So those are the very high level of mentality when you do the generosity. So I'm doing this generosity to renounce something, the greed I have in my mind, the attachment I have in the mind, I'm renouncing. So with this thinking, with this thought, you should do the generous level. The moment you do with this thought, the happiness and joy instantly arise in the mind. Then you want to practice the Shila also. When you start practicing the Shila, that means you are purifying your mental action, verbal action, bodily actions. When this is pure, meditation is easy for everybody to practice. Easy. Because you don't see any kind of danger. When we don't practice the Shila, we see the danger in the mind. You may not see outside, enemy level, but in the mental level, you yourself know what kind of mistake you are doing, what kind of unwholesome action you are doing. But when you honestly practice the Shila, you don't see any kind of danger from outside also, inside also. When you have purified all of this, then meditation is easy for everybody to practice. When you practice meditation, and then with the purifying mind, then you have a good experience of the nibbana, huh? Then detachment from the worldly level. So this is the happiness. So these are the three levels, one step by step, we should practice, and whenever we have time. And then also this Shila, Samadhi, Panya, then Dana, Shila, Bhavana. Well, in the beginning, I mentioned about the Pariyati, Patipati, Pativeda means read about the teaching of the Buddha, then practice it, then experience it. All these are very important level in the teaching of the Buddha. Dear Upasaka and Upasika, you all are really, really very wonderful Upasaka and Upasika who are coming together at least once in a week to listen to the Dhamma and trying to understand it and trying to practice it. There are billions of people, they are lost. You may think it is incomparable to think about that. It is unimaginable to think about that. Out of lakhs of people, you or your family are coming. So see how many difference is there. So it is not easy. It is not easy to know the Dhamma. You know the Dhamma, that means you are very fortunate. Think, keep this in the mind. You know at least a little point, little bit. It is not necessary to know all the 84 thousands of the Dhamma. Even if you know the what is the dukkha, that is also enough. If you know what is the cause of the dukkha, the craving, that is enough. Even if you know the noble eightfold path, the Samma Ditti, Samma Sankappa, Samma Vata, that is also enough. Anywhere you come, anywhere you understand, that is enough to realize the teaching of the Buddha. So we don't have to read all the books and this and that. Even if you know a little bit, that is enough. To know the little bit, we need to practice very clearly, honestly, with dedications, determinations, compassion, peace, all these kinds of. We just have to control this greed, hatred, and illusion. We don't have to control compassion, kindness, right? The more you have the compassion, you don't have to control. We just need to control only our greed, hatred, delusion. This is the only three things we are controlling about. And mind is working in its own way. The body is working in its own way. We cannot control our body. It is decaying. It is having many kind of sickness, disease, and dying. Nobody can control it, and you cannot control it. That's why in the teaching of the Buddha we call anatta. Anatta means soulless, no soul, no atma, because we cannot control it. Let it goes on as it is. Only we have to control is our greed, hatred, and delusion. That's it. The more you have compassion, no need to control. The more you have kindness, no need to control. The more you have equanimity, no need to control. That's why the Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar in the Constitution of India mostly emphasized about the equanimity. Equanimity is the highest level of the mind. The Buddha's teaching, in the Buddha's teaching also, why he took that words. The Buddha also say the equanimity is the qualities of the enlightenment, not the ordinary people qualities it is. It is not easy to be in equanimous. So that's why keep this in the mind. I appreciate all of you, and I am very thankful to Vasnik and Anna Group for inviting me for this Dhamma program, and I'm happy to inform you that I'm going to start a Indian Buddhist Vihara very soon in the name of Mahabodhi International Buddhist Center. So please come forward, all of you, with the generous heart, with the happiness, with the full of supportive for the Sangha members, so that we can run it very peacefully, and we can proudly say that we also own our Indian Buddhist Vihara now in the US. Thank you, dear Upasaka and Upasika. May you all be happy and well and sukhi hoto. Nibbana saprachayo hotu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, Bhante ji. Thank you for giving us a talk on the Patipatti and Pativaida. And on this topic, if anyone has a question, you can unmute yourself or you can raise your hand quickly. And congratulations, Bhante ji, for starting Indian Buddhist Vihara. So the members in the local community can join. And apart from that, the community members on the other part of the US, they also can support.
Yes.
Good. Any questions, friend? Please raise your hand or unmute yourself. I think we can host to unmute yourself. Yeah, you are unmuted, so please go ahead. Hmm.
That's very good. I think people have got the Dhamma.
Good, Bhante ji. Yeah, people actually, yeah.
Yeah, that's very nice. So that means I have explained it very well. So no question is arising in the mind.
Yeah, very nicely, Bhante ji. Simple language, explain it very well. Yeah, but thank you very much, Bhante ji. On the last minute, you took our call and
Yes, yes,
you are
yes.
able to join. We are also taking the kids session every week on the same Vihara, which
Yeah.
you are also running the kids classes.
Yeah, I used to
That's
run kids classes in the evening around 7 o'clock. So in
7
that
o'clock.
central time.
Yeah, yeah. So we will also send that information to our group so the members can get benefited out of it.
Yeah.
But with this, Bhanteji, would like to thank you for joining it today. Sadhu,
Yes,
sadhu.
okay. Thank you, dear Vasnik ji, and thank you all of you, dear Upasaka and Upasika. I'm a little sad that I could not see the face of the participant. That's no problem. Okay, then. Uh,
Yeah.
so can I leave now then?
Yes, Bhanteji. Looks like there is no questions on the session, so we will take the